So on the last session, we checked everything about settings, okay, and we covered a lot. But on this session, we'll focus on tools in the WordPress administration panel. Now, on the first one we want to talk about is the available tools, which is the WordPress categories and tag converters. Okay, so if you want to convert your categories to tags or vice versa, you use this tool. But for now, we're not going to check on that. I'm just going to go to the import. Okay, just explain about the import. Now, say for instance you have posts or comments in another system. WordPress can import this into this site. And to get started, you just need to choose a system to import from. So maybe have a blog hosted on Bloggers Blog. If you don't know what this is, I would admonish you to Google it. Or you have on Bloggeroo or LiveJournal, movable types and typepad, RSS, Tumblr, and on even WordPress itself. All you just have to do is to install any of these tools, import tools. Okay, so these tools are like plugins, and when you install them, they give the functionality to transfer the content from your previous content management system to WordPress, and even to transform or to transfer a WordPress site or import a WordPress content to another WordPress content. Okay, maybe perhaps to finish designing our own website on our local computer, we can actually upload this to a live server utilizing this import tool. Now, before you import, you need to have an export copy. So that leads us to the second option on the tools panel called the export. So there's an option for us to import, to choose what we want to export exactly. We will say we want all content, posts, pages, or meta. Now all of this comes with its own settings. So if we want to export posts, we choose what type of post or what category of post do you want to export. Is it all categories, or is it the uncategorized categories? That's this uncategorized categories has to do with categories we created. Okay, and then we have authors, say it me, or start date and end date, and want the status is a published or pending or trash. Okay, so then we have an option to do for pages as well, and for media same thing. So say for instance I want to export. Okay, all I have to do is to download the export file. So I'm going to do something real quick. Okay, and just for emphasis sake, you might skip this. Okay, so I'm going to do something called hello world. Okay, and I'm going to type something right here, some random text. Okay, like hello, my name is Osiri Emeka Emmanuel, and I am teaching WordPress for complete beginners. Okay, so I just need to beginners. Is this correct spelling of beginners? I don't care. I'm just gonna publish anyways. So we've got this all published. Now say I want to go to tools and I want to export. Now I've got a post. Okay, go click on this post and I can say all and from my author, and I'm going to say download the export file. So now for some reason Chrome is actually telling me it doesn't like the file, but I do. So I'm just going to click on the keep, and now we have this XML file. Okay, we have my professional site.xml. Now if I'm to import this to a new site or a WordPress site hosted somewhere, I just have to come to this import section and click on the install now button. Now this install now button, all you have to do is to click on it once, just once. Okay, and it's going to install the WordPress installer for you. Okay, and then when you install the WordPress installer, it gives you an option to upload this XML file you've previously downloaded, and it's as easy as that. So the next option we want to talk about is the Site Health panel. And the Site Health panel tells you status about your whole website. Okay, it tells you what to do and what you ought to do. Okay, for instance, if you could not reach WordPress.org, I am having could not reach WordPress.org, and it's probably for some reason that I am on a local host, okay, or perhaps I'm having a default internet connection, which I see here. I'm having a default internet connection. So if I'm to connect back to the internet, and I see now that's it, which I have, okay, I have connected back to the internet. I'm not saying I don't see that error anymore, okay. And I think now the import option should work. I think so. WordPress install. Okay, you see now it shows installing. Okay, so it actually still needs to connect to the internet to download some resource. Okay, so as soon as it starts, finish installing and we upload, now it shows us the run importer link. Okay, so what we just have to do is to upload the file, the XML file we downloaded. Okay, downloads, and then I'm just gonna show in folder. Okay, so I got this. So I think here, I'm just gonna put it that way. I say upload file and import, and then I can assign the authors. Okay, so I could say to Mr. Benson, and now there's an option for me to download and import file attachment. Then I click submit, and it says it already exists, and it's going to skip that if it exists. Okay, so back to Site Health. Site Health gives us some options to say let's remove inactive plugins or remove inactive themes so as to save space in our and bandwidth usage and limits in our what's it called server. Okay, then it also tells us that one module is missed, and it's also telling us if our site is running on an HTTPS server or not. Okay, but it also tells us what test our site has passed at PHP requirement, the SQL server is up to date, and a whole lot of them. Okay, so with that, we move to the next feature, which is the export personal data, okay, and the erase personal data. So I'm going to leave two of these for you to check on this, okay, and I am going to drop a quiz about what you learned about the erase personal data. So feel free to check them, and see you on the next video where we'll be jumping into some advanced concept in WordPress and some interesting part in WordPress, to be more precise. We'll be talking about the WordPress post and the WordPress pages. See you on the next video. Bye bye.